Okay, Richy Rich, Ross, what's good with you guys, man? How y'all doing today?
Man, lovely, man. You know what I mean? Trying to get these picks off, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, so let's delve right into it, man, and let's stop playing games. Okay. Um, I already got Ross sent me some picks. He made a substitution,
Yeah.
but we gonna go to the schedule. We're gonna break this thing down. All right. We got the Los Angeles. We have the Los Angeles Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday at 9 a.m. But before we get to that, let's get to the first game: Philadelphia Eagles versus the Houston Texans. Who you got, Ross, for the Texans, and who you got, Richie Rich, for the Eagles?
Well, I got the Eagles.
And why you got the Eagles?
I mean, Jalen Hurts. He's. I mean, the Eagles are the hottest team in the NFL. They're playing on a high level right now. They're beating teams they're supposed to beat. Uh, Jalen Hurts. He's headed back to his hometown. He's from Houston, Texas, so he's motivated. He's going to be motivated to win this game. He probably has a whole bunch of family members playing at this game as we speak. Former high school coaches and stuff like that. So, it's a lot of pressure on him to go out and win this game in front of his family and his friends and his former coaches. So, I think the Eagles are just gonna do what they've been doing, beating teams they're supposed to beat. They've had a nice schedule so far to where they probably you could probably say they had the easiest schedule so far in the NFL. And they're doing a good job at winning these games, dominating these opponents. To use the Texans, man, they're not a good football team. It's not to say they're not going to put up a fight. They are, but Eagles are just a better team.
Yeah,
All right.
every week has one major upset. I think, I think this game is going to be that upset. I think this is going to be the one right here. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think this is going to be the one right here. A lot of players struggle in their hometown. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Now that I have the chance to fully do the full evaluation based on both of you guys' expert opinions, I'm gonna go with the Texans, man. I'm gonna go with the Texans. I think the Texans are gonna win this game too because I think Jalen Hurts. The Eagles are nice and all of that, but I think the pressure is gonna be a bit too much based on what Richie Rich was talking about with his family and him having the ball out. So I'm going with the Texans. And so far they're up 7-0. They're making Jalen Hurts showcase the pressure. So I'm gonna roll with the Texans on this one, man. I think the Texans are going to pull the upset. All right, so let's get to the Sunday game. Los Angeles Chargers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Richie Rich, I'm gonna let you start off with that one. Who you got?
I'm going with the Chargers. I think them coming off a bye week last week
Mm-hmm.
is going to help them out. Uh, the Atlanta Falcons, I can't really trust them. They were in that uh, wild game with Carolina Panthers where, their defense, they've been getting cooked as of late. Chargers are a high powered offense. They got Herbert, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, uh, and some other weapons on that team. That bye week has helped those guys get healthy again. They're going to be ready to win that game against the Atlanta Falcons, man. I just think that their offense is going to be too much for the Falcons. Not to say that Falcons aren't going to play well in that game too. It's just think the Chargers are a better team overall, and they have the advantage with that bye.
Okay, so with me, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Because I'm just going off the strength of the schedule. I feel like based on the strength of the schedule, they're the better team. So because they're the better team, I'm expecting them to win. So I'm just going off the strength of that. What about you, Ross?
For some reason, I have a feeling that the Chargers can lose this game, but I'm gonna go with the Chargers. The Chargers. If Justin Herbert is everything they saying he is, they supposed to win this game. But something I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this game. But I'm gonna go.
Do you want to make a substitution now, or you want to stick with the Chargers?
No, I'm gonna stick with the Chargers, man.
Okay, yeah, we gotta make sure. I want to make sure. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
stick.
If you got to change your heart, now it's speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna stick with the Chargers for this one.
Okay. Well, this game right here, I'm gonna let you go first. The next one, because this one is your team versus. It's interesting, Miami versus Chicago. So, who you got, the Bears or the Dolphins, man?
I got the Bears.
Okay.
I got the Bears, man. I think we're gonna surprise y'all.
Okay. So Tom Ross TV is going with the Bears. Richy Rich, who you got?
I'm going with the Dolphins, man. Dolphins made some moves at trade deadline. These guys should help instantly with that team. They got
Mhm.
Daryl Jug from the Broncos. He's going to help out with Miami's pass rush. That was a problem that the Miami Dolphins were having in some of these games where they weren't getting pressure on these quarterbacks that
Facts.
they've been playing. But now you add a guy like that to that team, he's going to help Miami a whole lot with that pass rush. And,
Mhm.
Miami has a decent secondary, that they can get turnovers. So if you bring in someone like that to, get Justin Field to hurry up and throw the ball, he might make some mistakes. They also traded for Jeff Wilson Jr., the 49ers running back who was playing decently these past few weeks. 49ers traded him away because, they have connections with the Miami Dolphins head coach. He was an assistant on the 49ers. So they hooked him up and traded that guy over there for a fifth round pick. That guy is gonna help out a lot. He's gonna add more depth to Miami's running game, and that's gonna help Miami be more of a well balanced team. Tua was throwing the ball a lot, but now they're gonna look to run the ball a little more. Be more well balanced, and I just think that's gonna throw the Bears off. Miami should win that game.
Okay. I'm going with the Dolphins, dog. I ain't going against hometown. Um, and at the same time, too, has been balling out of control. So I feel like he's been doing his thing. He's back. He's sharp. And I just feel like the Dolphins are on an uptick. And they're gonna blow out the Bears, man. Don't be surprised if it's a 45-0 type of game, man. They're gonna get
To,
blown out.
to zero.
Yeah, 45-0.
Yeah, he's tweaking.
Yeah, that's what I think. 45-0, man. I think Tua gonna have about 7 touchdowns, because the Bears defense is shaky, and you're gonna have maybe like 500-600 passing yards, man. That's just my opinion. So
Okay.
I'm going with the Dolphins. All right, next game, Carolina Panthers and Cincinnati Bengals. Richy Rich, what's your take on that game, man?
I think the Bengals are going to win that game. Just because, the Panthers, they're a team that's all over the place right now. It was surprising seeing what they did last week against the Falcons. The Falcons, they don't really have a good defense. Bengals, they're up and down team as well. But in that game that they lost to the Browns, there were some things that Burrow showed me. Even not having Chase out there, he's going to be out for a while. This is why I think they took that loss to the Browns. But the Browns have weapons that they can that they were able to exploit against the Bengals. They don't the Panthers just don't have a pass rush to bother Joe Burrow like the Browns do,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't. Uh, their offense is just all over the place. So I think the Bengals are just going to win that game. Burrow, he's not going to allow the Bengals to lose to a team like that, especially when their team is still in the hunt for a playoff spot. They can't
So
get.
who'd you say you got again, Richie Rich? I'm sorry.
I got the Bengals.
Okay. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna say I think the Cincinnati Bengals are gonna pull away. Only because let's be honest, man, the Carolina Panthers, they've been a discombobulated football team since, even the Cam Newton days, and even after Cam Newton, and then Cam Newton coming back, and then Cam Newton not being there no more. They've just been discombobulated. Their coaching is discombobulated. The team is discombobulated. The Bengals, they haven't been like the greatest football team, but it seems like they've been putting shit together as of late. And I think that they're just more chemistry oriented. So I'm picking the Bengals to win this game.
Yeah, I got the Bengals. I got the Bengals. Just simple and plain.
Okay. Bengals all the way. All
All
the
right.
way, everyone.
All right, next
All right.
game on you, he knows.
All right. So the next one is Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions. This one right here, because Aaron Rodgers been playing like straight dog shit, I'm gonna pick the Detroit Lions to win this one. I don't think
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers. I don't think Aaron Rodgers been playing that good to even beat this team. So I feel like the Detroit Lions, although they're not a team that's great and there's something left to be admired with them, I feel like they're gonna put it together. It's gonna be one of these ugly type of games where it might be like 13-10, but I got the Detroit Lions winning this game.
Um, yes, Aaron Rodgers has been playing below standard, but I think he has enough in the tank to skirmish up and win against Detroit. I believe he does. If he doesn't, this is officially him hitting the wall right here. Officially. So I got Green Bay.
What about you, Ricky Rich?
I also have Green Bay. There were some things in that Buffalo game I saw that Green Bay were able to do. Where most people, I even thought that game was going to be a blowout, but Green Bay was able to, at least keep themselves in that game. They only lost that game 10 points, 27-17. They didn't let Buffalo get two out in front of them, and they were missing one of their key receivers, Alan Lazard. Now he's going to be in this game this upcoming week, so that's going to help Aaron Rodgers out a lot, And the Lions, they traded away, one of their weapons, T.J. Hawkinson, to the Minnesota Vikings. I think that's going to affect Jared Goff a little, not having that guy, because that guy was producing for the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
So taking away a weapon from Jared Goff is going to affect him. They still have some good, decent receivers on that team, but T.J. Hawkinson was really producing. So I think that game's going to be a shootout, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to get the win. You're going to be able to get the W.
Okay. Now, what about the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars? Ross, I'm gonna let you go first with that one, man. What's your take
I
on that game?
I got Vegas. They got to redeem themselves for that bullshit they did last fucking Sunday, man. I know they're gonna be motivated because last Sunday they got handled with ease. So this Sunday they gotta fly up the gates, man. I got Vegas.
What about you, Richie Rich?
Where's that game at?
It's gonna be at Jaguars.
Uh, This is going to be my pick where it's off the wall. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars, man. That team, I have a feeling they're gonna find a way to put it together against the Raiders, because the Raiders, man, they're terrible. They're both teams are terrible, but I think the problem with the Jaguars is they need to learn how to take care of the football. They're a team that needs to stop turning the football over.
Right.
If they fix that, they would have won a lot of these games that they lost. So at some point, they're gonna have to get better at that. I think this is a game where they have a chance of doing that, and they're at home, so they have a good shot at winning this game.
I'm gonna go with the Jacksonville Jaguars only because the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing at home, and I'm just not gonna bet against Jacksonville, man. You know, I just feel like they're gonna get the job done. So I'm going off the strength of the fact that they're gonna be on their home turf, and they should win at home. And the Raiders, I don't trust them. I
You
never
going
trusted
out?
the Raiders. They're garbage.
You going out the strength of Richy Rich?
All right, Ross, man, it's on
Nah,
you,
it's on
man.
you there.
No, it's on Richie Rich. My bad. This one, Richie Rich, Indianapolis Colts and New England Patriots. Who you got?
I mean, I'm going with the Patriots, bro. You already know. Uh, Colts, man, like they said, they don't put in their backup, Ellinger. Bill Belichick, he gonna be able to call some defensive schemes to give that guy problems. Plus, they done traded away a playmaker to the Bills, Neem Rhymes, man. So I think that's gonna affect that backup quarterback. You know,
I'm gonna go with the New England Patriots. I learned a lesson last week. I got spanked picking against them. When I picked them against the Jets, I'm not making that mistake again.
Right.
And I think Bill Belichick as a coach is gonna put it together. So I'm not betting against them, man. I'm picking the Patriots. What about you, Ross?
Yeah, well, clean sweep all the way across the board. I'm going Patriots as well.
All
To
right.
me, this is a no brainer pick.
Okay, so this one's on me to start off with first. Okay, the next game we got Minnesota Vikings and we got Washington Commodores. Okay, let me tell you who I'm going with this one. I've been picking the Commodores for like the last 2-3 weeks, but I think the Minnesota Vikings are gonna win this game for some reason.
A Commodore is a real word, but it's a different
it's
rank.
Commanders, bro.
Oh,
Commanders.
Commanders, my bad, bro. Yeah,
Right.
my
It's a
bad.
whole different
Commanders.
rank. You know what I'm saying?
I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings this week only because the Commodores, man, they're not gonna get the
You
job
said
done, man.
you said it again, bro.
At this point, he's doing this shit on purpose.
Yeah, you doing it on purpose.
They're not gonna get the job done, though.
Yeah, I got Minnesota, man. I got
You got Minnesota? All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Richie Rich?
Minnesota again.
Okay, yeah. I see y'all going off my expert opinion. Okay, that's good.
Expert.
Oh, you picked the Commanders.
I picked the Vikings, man. Don't play with me, though.
I could have sworn you just. Oh,
No, I said I've been going for the Commodores the last 2-3 weeks. But I'm picking the Vikings this week. I think they're gonna lose.
Okay.
I think the Commodores are gonna lose, so I'm picking the Vikings.
All right.
All right, so Seattle versus Arizona. Ross, it's on you first, man. Who you got?
This is gonna be a tough game. I think Arizona gonna eke it out.
Okay. What about you, Richie Rich?
Let's see. This is a tough game to figure out, but I'm not gonna lie, man. The Cardinals, they look terrible on defense. They've been looking bad on defense as of late, and the Seahawks have been hitting on all cylinders, man. It's not those two receivers they have are not easy guys to cover. And Geno Smith, man, the way he's been airing that football out, I like the Seahawks.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. I think Ross's assessment is correct on this one, Richie Rich. The Seahawks can't strike twice. Last week was a fluke. The way they balled out of control, that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't think they're gonna ball out of control like that. I understand the receivers part, but I don't think they're balling out of control for a second week like that. And this game is pretty much a toss-up game. So because it's a toss-up game, I feel like Cardinals are gonna win. Close.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna see.
All right, so let's get to it, man. The Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Richie, you first. Who you got?
Oh man, both teams are playing really bad right now. Uh, this is not an easy one, man,
It's
because
not.
the Rams came off a bye and loss, and Tom Brady, man, that Bucks team looked like they tuning him out, and they want his behind gone, ASAP. Uh, let's see.
I never bet against Brady though. So y'all can already say I'm picking the Bucks. I don't bet against Brady. I just don't.
Okay, and I'm going with the Rams, bro. I'm going with the Rams. I think Brady made a mistake coming back this year.
Yeah, yeah. He did. He did. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, he made a huge mistake. He should have stood his ass. He should have stood his ass at home. Especially his old lady hit him with the okie doke too. So
Yeah,
she probably made him an ultimatum too. Like if
Yeah.
you go back to
she
the
did.
NFL, I'm divorcing you.
Yep.
But I got the Bucks. I don't see the Bucks dropping two in a, well, they could very well drop another one. But hopefully Tom Brady can put out one last performance before he just gives it up, man. Let's see. I'm going with the Bucks.
There you go. 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 That's what I'm talking about. Tom sticking with Tom. You right, Ox. On one half of the point, you rock. You right. He is old. Overrated. Yeah, that's another argument of itself. But
Well, it depends. It depends on what context you're looking at. If you're looking at it as an overrated player or overall, then that's not true. But as of right now, how they still talk about him, Tom Brady's that lion ain't got no teeth right now. He can wrestle you around, slap you around and shit, but he can't. He ain't biting nobody.
He's that line on what's the name of that play that they had?
Yeah. The courage. The
Yeah,
cowardly
he
lion.
ain't got no fucking courage right now.
Right.
The lion without a heart.
The cowardly lion.
Yeah. So right now, what Ox is saying is true. Old and overrated. I would say this year, yes, both of those are correct. He's looking like both this year. But I ain't picking against him, man. Fuck that shit. I don't pick against Brady. So
if you drop another one, I'll pick against his ass for the rest of the year.
All right, so let's get the Tennessee Titans
man.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. This was mine's going first. Patrick Mahomes. That dude is just next level, man. That's a next level talent right there. I am not picking against the game changer of Patrick Mahomes. This dude is going to have a 400-plus yard game on the Tennessee Titans defense. So the Kansas City Chiefs are winning this game. Who you got, Richy Rich?
Believe it or not, this is a tough one.
It is a tough one, man,
right.
Because the way Derrick Henry's been playing lately, he could make this game very difficult for the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are coming off a bye as well, and that team's going to be fresh.
Okay, so you picking the Titans, Richy Rich. Okay, I got you.
No. I'm picking the Chiefs.
Yes, because I didn't want nobody else doing what I'm doing. I'm picking the Titans for this one. Titans in an upset.
Okay.
The Titans always play the Chiefs tough, and if they can get the run game going and keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, this could be a win for them. 3-point win, field goal.
Yeah, I mean, it could go that way. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Well, let's go to the last game. The Baltimore Ravens Monday night versus the New Orleans Saints. Ross is on you first.
Hold on. That ain't the last game. Cause we still ain't talking about the Ravens. We still ain't talking about Dallas or Denver.
Yeah. The Ravens versus the Saints.
I got the Ravens, man. I got the Ravens in a blowout, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the Ravens in a blowout. Ravens in a blowout.
That game ain't gonna be no blowout, man.
They ain't got no. They ain't got no.
You gotta justify the blowout, man.
They ain't got no quarterback, man. And they ain't gonna be able to run the ball down the Ravens' throat. They've been running the ball down the Ravens every team's throat. And they hit them with play action. They ain't gonna listen, dude. What's dude name? The dude they said the dude that they said the white Lamar Jackson. What's his name?
Mm-hmm.
When he forced to throw the ball, he's really trash. What's dude's name? He should be a tight end.
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill is trash at QB, bro. They stopped the run game and forced him to drop back and throw the ball. Oh man, they going the other way, man. All night long, man.
Taysom Hill ain't the quarterback. It's Andy Dalton, man.
Oh, and Dalton ain't much better. Hey, Dalton ain't much better.
They've been putting up points with Andy Dalton, man. That's what I'm telling you. This ain't gonna be that Ravens defense, man.
Okay. Rich is right. They've been putting up points with Dalton.
All right, then.
Dalton is a game manager.
All right. Well, bet on them then.
All right. Well, I'm going with the Saints.
All right.
I'm picking against the Ravens this week.
Okay, Richy, what you doing?
I think the Ravens are gonna win.
Okay then. Yeah. Okay then.
But I don't think it's gonna be a blowout like Ross said.
Bullshit talking, then you gonna go say the Ravens. Come on, man.
The Saints ain't got no defense. It's gonna be a shootout game.
This shit finna get ugly.
You was blowing hot air, man.
Because you gotta understand one thing that's been happening. Andy Dalton, he been looking at ice since he came back. Who he been looking at ice against though? He ain't went up against no defense. He ain't went up against no AFC North defense.
That's true. But
you know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers different, man.
All right, let's get to the next game. This one gonna be tough. Ross is on you first. The New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills.
I got Buffalo. And I got Buffalo. But think about those teams. They always play each other tough. So you would think Buffalo going to dominate, but the Jets, the Patriots.
That's the way of the AFC East.
The Dolphins.
It's ugly football.
They always play each other tough, man. So I got Buffalo though.
Okay. Rich, who you got?
I got Buffalo too, but Buffalo's gonna. The game might start off slow, but Buffalo's gonna get separation like New England did last week against the Jets, because the Jets, man, like I said last week, they're gonna struggle without their running back Breece Hall, man. Wilson, I think he threw a pair of picks. You know, he's a guy that's still trying to get a feel for the game. You know, he's a young quarterback that's still trying to get a feel for the game, and the Bills are going to be able to take advantage of that.
For sure.
This is my game where I'm bucking against the system, and I'm going to pick the Jets because I feel like Ross's point, AFC East, it's always tough, and this is going to be a surprise game. I think the Jets are going to upset the Buffalo Bills, man. They're going to give them a rude fucking awakening.
That's why you're going to end up on the L side like you did last week. Making picks like that.
Right. You're going to end up trying to sneak in wins. You didn't win next week.
It's going to be a win.
Like, hold on, Ross. I could have sworn I picked Buffalo. Like, nah, nigga. No, you didn't.
This is going to be a win. I can guarantee that.
But Jets beating the Buffalo? Come on, dog.
Yeah, man.
You know what's crazy?
It's not happening.
When people see this is not a boxing live and come here and talk about boxing. Like, bro, how you like? Come on, man. Have some type of discipline, man. Don't disrespect your father.
To know what we talking about. We talking football, man.
Right.
Unless you're a football fan, get the hell up out of here.
Right. Have some type of discipline and don't come on here disrespecting your father like this, man.
Yep.
If your father knew you was acting like this, man, he'll roll over, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing it.
Put this user on timeout, man. All right. So it looks like the Cowboys got a bye this week, right? They ain't playing, right?
Nah, hold on. I think hold on. The Cowboys is playing.
Cowboys, didn't they already have their bye?
Because I'm looking at their schedule, and their schedule says their next game is November 11th. I don't see nothing for them this week.
Yeah, they
I'm
probably
looking at that shit wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, they're on their bye this week.
I think you're right. All right.
Okay. Because I see you had
the next game is on the 13th.
Okay, but the Cowboys as your pick, Ross, but I'm seeing that there's a bye with them.
Yeah. Okay, but there is one more game though.
Okay. And what's the one more game that I'm missing? Because I thought I
Denver
covered all of them.
against Denver against hold on. Do Denver got a bye too?
I think they do, man. I think it's only 13 games, unless I'm missing something.
I think I got two of these from the last week, and I didn't delete them. My bad.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Denver's
that's
on the
all the
bye.
games.
Unless I'm missing something. We covered
No,
all the
no,
games, right?
no. That's all the
Yeah.
game.
Okay. So now we've covered all the games. Let's talk about both of y'all. Let's talk about the hot player that everybody needs to track on for fantasy football for this week for your assessment, Ross and Richie Rich, and then the player that you and Richie Rich needs to tell everybody to unload from a fantasy football perspective. Who are those players?
Um, Man, let me get a second to think about the. Uh, Let me see who's playing against the worst defense. To be honest, that's what it comes
I
down to.
say Geno Smith, man, have start him as your quarterback. I know he's gonna be putting up yards on the Cardinals. Cardinals got a good run defense, but their passing defense is terrible. So I know Geno Smith is gonna air it out on them.
That's a good one. Mine is the more obvious. I think Ravens are gonna run. I think Lamar Jackson gonna run wild all over the motherfuckers like the Hulkamaniacs. Low key.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see that. I think Lamar Jackson is going to do his thing. He's going to be dynamic, but I just feel the Saints are going to win the game because you know just the strength that they're playing at New Orleans, man. And New Orleans, their crowd is packed, their crowd is wild, and their crowd is ready to just prove a point. They tired of losing, man. They got to win a football game.
And
And
then
I
you can
think
never.
they're gonna make that. They gonna win that football game off the strength of, unfortunately, Lamar Jackson. I don't like betting against Lamar Jackson, but I'm betting against him this week.
And then you could always be. You always definitely put some money on Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's been balling this. He's been balling this season.
He has.
Balling.
He has. And Tua, man, let's not forget Tua. Even with the intermittent break, with the whole concussion situation, Tua's been balling, man. We're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah. If you're looking at running backs, you could go with the usual Derrick Henry. He's going to be given the ball. There's no
Mhm.
report on if Ryan Tannehill is going to suit up because he didn't suit up last week because I think he had some a bad ankle. He might
Yeah,
play this week, but another guy to look at is Travis Etienne on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Man, that boy's been balling, man.
Yeah, he's been
Low key
balling.
been balling. They're gonna be playing the Raiders. Raiders don't have a good defense. That dude should run wild on the Raiders.
that's right. That's why I'm glad I picked the Jaguars, boy. That dude gonna be running wild, man. He probably gonna have like 300 rushing yards, man. Should. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm banking for. Look, this week, all the picks I made is gonna be a clean sweep. Yeah, somebody gonna be in the negative. It's not gonna be me this week. I feel very strongly about these picks this week, man. Last week I was dog shit, but this week I feel really good about these picks, man. I really do.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I
you,
I could pick three picks that you picked as automatic losses.
yeah, you and Richie Rich are gonna be affected with the Buffalo Bills game. This is when y'all gonna be affected, and y'all gonna be affected with the Ravens game, man. Y'all gonna be like, man, we should have went the other way. We should have went the other way.
Yeah,
Another go with Kirk Cousins too, because that new addition, T.J. Hawkinson, man, he gonna be a lot more pass friendly this week against the Commanders because
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna try to get that guy acclimated. So Kirk Cousins, I think he's gonna be up there in passing yards and touchdowns this week.
All right, so let's talk about the garbage ass players, man. The players that people need to unload. Let's start off with Aaron Rodgers, man. Why is Aaron Rodgers not getting the pink slip right now? This dude's playing like hot garbage, man.
because of history. People are afraid to pick. The same reason why you saying you're not gonna pick against Brady. But when it comes to Aaron Rodgers in fantasy, Aaron Rodgers has always been a decent quarterback, at least in fantasy, at least an 18-point quarterback. But so people, they're just hoping he comes. They got him on the bench. They hoping he come alive, and it just ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What about you, Richie Rich?
I mean, that's what it all comes down to, the numbers. In the past few years, Aaron Rodgers has been consistent with his numbers. This is why he's won multiple MVPs. He has numbers to back his claim. But this year he has a bunch of young receivers that he still needs to get acclimated with. So his numbers aren't going to look the same because these guys, he don't got the timing down with those receivers. But it's one thing you can't say about Aaron Rodgers. That guy performs, man. He puts the numbers up. It's just this year. It's with any quarterback that's trying to get used to new receivers. There's going to be some mistakes. That quarterback's not going to perform because guys probably are not used to catching his balls. They don't know how to run the right routes yet. It take that all that stuff takes some time. But Aaron Rodgers, he's getting older, so I don't know if that's really going to do anything.
If you got Julio Jones as a receiver, send him out, man. Send him down, man. Julio Jones went from a bona fide stud to barely making 8 points a game, man. Yep, send him down. It's a lot. It's a lot of motherfuckers. It's a lot. And some of these guys never was like that. Oh, Clyde Hilaire. Send him down, man. Trust me, I got this Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I got this dude on my team, man. He did this shit all year, man.
Yeah. If I was you.
Or here's another thing. Well, not this game because they're going against Miami. Miami got this. Miami got a good secondary. But going forward, see if you can start Chase Claypool because he's the only real receiver on the Bears. So he's going to be getting a lot of touches.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you guys feel about Garoppolo, man? Y'all feel Garoppolo's garbage? I think they need to can that motherfucker.
He's a game manager, so Garoppolo is good. He's as good as
he's good at what he does.
If you got a team that could get turnaways, get takeaways on defense, right? And you got a good running game, then Garoppolo could get some wins. He could get some wins. The only time you got to worry about Garoppolo is when they're going up against a defense that can stop the run and don't got to dedicate the whole team to do it. Like, there's teams that can stop the run with just 4 or 5 in the box, 6 in the box and shit. Teams like that can stop the run and don't got to put 8 in the box. It's gonna be a long night for that nigga, man, because he could barely hit wide open receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's the way to expose Garoppolo. You stop the running game and you force him to have to beat you with his arm. He has to make plays, consistent plays with his arm because he's gonna screw up at some point.
Yep.
Okay. So what about the Giants, man? How y'all see the Giants, looking, their forecast moving forward when they get back on the field? How you see their forecast is going to be? Because I know they on a bye themselves too.
It all depends who they playing next. Who they playing
next? The schedule's going to get harder going into the second half of football.
Because
they should win that game, but they're playing the Texans next.
Oh, well, they should get that W.
Yeah.
They're going to start losing when they start playing teams who are able to get consistent pressure on the quarterback. They're going to start losing because
they got a good next 2 weeks because they got Texans, then they got Lions. They don't really start having to crack it up until they play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, November 24th.
Yeah, that's the game they're going to get their head bust.
Yeah, then they play the Eagles on December 11th. So other than that, they play the Commodores twice, and then they play the Texans and the Lions. I mean, I think they're
Hey,
gonna
hey,
dominate.
don't be surprised if they beat the Eagles. Now they know how to muck it up with some of these teams in the NFC East, man. I'm not gonna lie. That Giants team, they play ugly football, and it works for them.
That's right.
Don't be surprised if
Especially,
they win
especially
one
for
of these
Thanksgiving.
games
Especially for Thanksgiving.
against one of
Thanksgiving
these
football is
teams.
ugly football. Motherfuckers got turkeys in their stomach, so
Mhm.
you got to play ugly football to win.
Yep.
Yeah, guys got turkeys in their stomach. The ugly football is going to get the job done.
I mean,
All
that
right,
should be a decent game. You know, they put nothing but garbage games on Thanksgiving the past few years. Like teams, you like why these teams have no business being shown on
That's
Thanksgiving
because
Day.
you know why they play garbage, because these guys go and eat that Thanksgiving food and then they go out and play football. Then you're gonna be sluggish as hell doing that. You can't do that. You know that. They gotta eat that shit after the game, but they ain't gonna eat it after the game. They eat it before the game, and they eat it the day before the game, so they're gonna be sluggish. That's just like Deontay Wilder. He ate turkey soul food before he had a fight. And what happened? Anytime you eat some shit like that, you're gonna be sluggish, man. For performance. Can't do that.
Man, those motherfuckers better not eat no turkey before the game. I don't think they do that. No.
Nah, you gotta you gotta be out there playing at your best. Can't be
Exactly.
eating that.
Exactly. I know because I don't know if y'all made that mistake, but when I was stationed in Fort Stewart, man, you know, we always play those basketball games, those long basketball games, right? And that time though, I went and played a basketball game that was 3 hours. But you know what I ate right before I played the basketball game? I ate Popeyes, man. Then I went and go play basketball like 20, 30 minutes later. Man, I couldn't move for the life of me, man. I could not move. I couldn't move for the life of me. And why? Because I was holding on to, appreciate you, Ross. I was holding on to dear life. Oh, yes, I'm using that. I was holding on to dear life trying to process that damn Popeye food. And you know, I simmered that thing down with that iced tea. It was over for me at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, man, I was sluggish. It was like, what's wrong with you, man? I said I had a 3-piece biscuit, iced tea. Oh, and you came to play basketball? What the heck's wrong with you, man? So yeah, you know, when you eat that good comfort food, you're not gonna be ready to go, man. I'm sorry, not. But it's been real. We're gonna get back here on Sunday just to see who wins. Based on what I'm looking at right now, if all goes well, I should be tied with Richie Rich because Richie Rich is so far ahead. I should be tied with Richie Rich, and Ross should be trailing us based on the picks. If everything goes well in my favor, I should be tied with Richie Rich, and then Ross should be trailing us if all goes well next week.
We're gonna see, but I expect to further my distance from both of y'all when them games are done by Sunday.
Because we all, with our records right now, we all look like high level NBA teams. But Richie Rich looks like the way the Lakers used to look with Kobe and Shaq. Ross looked like the Chicago Bulls back in the '90s, and I look like damn near the Golden State Warriors, man, with the record I got. So we need to change that up. We need to change that dynamic. But all right,
Yep.
man. Any other things that you guys want to mention outside of what we covered?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay, you Richie Rich?
Yeah, I'm good, but whenever we have a basketball live, man, we got to talk about that Kyrie thing, bro.
Oh shit, it's coming. Well, you already know it's coming. It's coming, and Ross don't do YouTube no more. So if he did, then I would have had him as a special guest to talk about Kyrie because you know Kyrie's that's not basketball, that's beyond basketball. But if he decides he wants to jump in on that, me and you, Richie Rich, will do our thing and talk about it. It's coming very soon.
All right.
All right. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Richy Rich, Ravens or the Saints?
I think he already said it. He said Ravens.
I already said Ravens.
Yeah.
All right, I'm only asking because he was talking so good about the Saints.
Right.
He was talking about the Saints defense, and he was talking about how the Saints was going, don't be surprised and all this. So that's why I said, speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. Okay. It's been real. Appreciate you, Tom Ross. Appreciate you, Richy Rich. I'll see you guys on Sunday, man. 2:30.
All right, man. Peace.
All right. Peace.
Peace.